What's up, guys? Welcome back to RDRU. If you remember the last episode, we went and did the seal process of the roof system. Today we're gonna do the defend. When you do the defend, you're gonna wanna start with your starter strip. Your true starter strip shingle is gonna come in like this. Right here, if you see, they got a whole perforated line across the top. You're gonna go ahead, fold that, and it's gonna come right in half. Now you got two starter strip shingles. So if you guys wanna come here, you always want to come, I like to start at the rake. You want to go about 1/2 inch on the rake to a 1/2 inch on the eave. That overhang is going to help deter the water away from the inside of the roof. Go ahead. Boom. One of my favorite tricks to go up the rake is literally just take your second strip. That way you're going to have your full adhesion all the way from the corner to the corner. Make that go flush. Move this out of the way. Now bring it all the way up. Here, this is gonna go 100% around the perimeter of the roof. This is gonna make sure that everything adheses properly, wind-driven rains, everything like that, it keeps it protected. Over here, we're gonna come in. I'm gonna start on this side into the valley. And it's okay if you're gonna have some overhang, it'll have left over, we're gonna cut it right off as well. So bring it in here. Keep it away from the valley, about 8 inches on both sides. And then if you wanna come back on this side over here, we're gonna start on this eave right here. Overhang is gonna be the same. Eight inches away, boom, here. So when you come into the valley, I like to just let it overhang. Take my box cutter, and you're gonna end up just cutting it at a direct 45-degree angle, making it flush to both of those shingles. It's okay that it's gonna stay in the valley. The more protection that you have in the valley, the better, just because it is the most vulnerable part of the roof. So what I'm gonna do is finish off this rake right here. I'm gonna clean this up here really quick. And then I'm gonna finish it on this side, and we'll move right on to the next step. That is the first step of the defend process. Next, we're gonna move on to the actual shingles, the fun part. One thing that you guys will learn about us over here at Roof Republic is that we're Owens Corning preferred contractors. We use this shingle day in and day out. Honestly, it's one of the best on the market. Our biggest selling point is the sure nail strip. The sure nail strip is made of Kevlar. What happens is when that second layer of shingle adheses to this, it creates a monocovalent bond. That monocovalent bond means it turns into one. So technically your roof is turning into one whole shingle. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you how to install this valley. So when you come in right here, you're gonna start with your bottom row. Just gonna make it a little bit easier going right here. And you just want to make sure that you have it laid out correctly to where you can have 2 nails, or at least 1 good nail, up on the top side of the shingle above the valley, 8 inches away from the center, and 2 on the bottom of here. If you want to come over right here, you'll be able to see we're going to overlap this shingle right here. Same concept, allowing it to come up a certain way. Now you have your first row. What you usually want to do is you want to weave the first 2 rows, but due to limited space, we're going to go ahead and just do 1. You do the steepest slope last. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end up just coming the rest of the way up this way and just following your valley all the way up on your first slope. So coming right here, lining this up, You want to see where my nail placement is. It's going to be over about 3 or 4 inches, just because every shingle is going to be about 5 or 6 inches apart. Here, you're going to eliminate any possibilities for shiners. Shiners are nails that are popping through in between the creases of the shingles. You want to eliminate that possibility from happening, because water likes to form to its surroundings, so it'll end up finding that crease and over time wearing out that nail head and going right through. So going right here, I'm going to clean this up and make it a little bit prettier. Just because this is my show board. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our final shingle and we're gonna start our Cali Cut all the way up this valley. This is a very awesome technique to use. It's gonna be able to seal everything all the way up. So we're gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna show you guys how to start your Cali Cut. Your Cali Cut is going to be the style of valley that you're gonna be installing. So here, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna want it about a 2-inch gap away from the center of the valley. Just allows everything to run right off without being able to come right back up in. So lining it all the way up, typically you're gonna want to a chalk line. Make sure straight lines are everything. I'm gonna finish this part right here. Line this up. Now we're gonna go ahead and start up our valley. Just gonna make sure everything is nice, clean, and crisp. Now if you wanna see right here, it's gonna be able to allow you to give you a nice straight line all the way up. So it's not just gonna be functional, it's also going to be pretty. Go ahead and enjoy this B-roll while I finish up this board. Then I'll come back and I'll teach you the final step of the defend process, and you guys will have a nice day. All right guys, hope you enjoyed that B-roll. Now we're gonna go into the final step of the defend process for the roofing system. That's gonna be your hip and ridge cap. Your hip and ridge cap is gonna be one of the most important parts as well, just because depending on what ventilation you have and what you're gonna be doing, you need to use the proper hip and ridge to go into your warranties, to go into your protection, your wind resistance, and everything like that. So starting with the lower quality, your 3-tab shingle. Very old school, very traditional. It's the cheaper option. We don't do this here just because we want you to have a roof that's gonna last you. What happens is your contractor is gonna go ahead, they're gonna take your 3-tab shingle, and what are they gonna do? Cut it into 3s. And so you're gonna take your hook blade, cut them into 3s, and you lay them on top of the ridge right there. The problem with this is that it is not rubberized. So once you go ahead and you end up bending those shingles, it's gonna pre-expose that tar matting underneath, allowing it to deteriorate 10 times quicker. What we use, and what your contractor should be using, is a real hip and ridge cap. You see it comes in like this, just like your starter strip. It's gonna have your perforated lines. Boom, you bend it, rip it, and it comes right off. No knife needed. So when you come here, this is gonna be a rubberized hip and ridge cap shingle, so I can bend it both ways, front, back, left, and right, and it's not gonna pre-expose that matting underneath, allowing it to prolong your lifespan and last the entire lifespan of the roof anyways. So this is gonna be our riser ridge shingle, so it's gonna have your perforated lines as well to be able to fold it both ways. Boom. It's gonna end up going like this. You're gonna end up coming right over here to your ridge, Start your first one. Boom. What I like to do is start from the outwards going in. If you can, go ahead, take a second hip and ridge cap shingle, go all the way to the end, half nail, a nail in, take your chalk line, snap a straight line, and move the rest of the way over. It's gonna keep a straight line throughout your entire hip and ridge cap, and it's gonna look way prettier. There you guys have it, the final step of the defend process, your hip and ridge cap shingles. If you guys have any questions or ever wanna reach out, go ahead, like, share, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one.